Mark Twain brings us our motivational quote for today. And he says, in 20 years' time, you'd be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do rather than the things that you did do. And I think this quote resonates with me right now because a lot of the times we think back in our lives and we reflect back and we think, what if I had done this? What if I had done that? And I always think, when you're on your deathbed or close to passing from this life to the next, do you think about all the great things that you do, or do you think about all the great things you should have done? And at that point in your life, it is too late to make those changes that you wanted to make. And living a life of regret is not a good way to live life, because you're going to regret what you didn't do. And you need to think, why did I not do it at that particular time? And what if I had done it? But don't live a life of what ifs and what haves and what should have and what could have and all of those conditional words. This is your life. This is not a dress rehearsal. As far as we know, scientifically, this is it. This is life. We don't know what there is after life. Many believe that there is an afterlife. Many believe there isn't. Many believe that we just die and that's it. But the one thing that we do know is that right now, right here, we're alive. We can do things. And too many people, unfortunately, live a life less interesting. They live a sheltered life. They're like the ship in the harbour that is safe, and that's not what ships are for. That was an earlier quote that I discussed. But they live a sheltered life, and they want to do things. They want to go on that travel. They want to lose the weight. They want to study. They want to go to college. They want to change careers, but they don't, because they feel safe where they are. And then in 10, 15 years, or less, maybe they're on Facebook or on Instagram, and they see people's pictures of their travels, even if they're not exotic, but travels to the beach, to different cities, and they think, wow, they're so lucky. If only I'd had a chance to do those travels, etc., etc., etc. And the thing is that if you can, there's always a way. There's always a way to do what you want. Let's talk about this idea of travels. I met a person recently who's been traveling the world for the last 9 months. And he told me of how he does it. And he told me that in many of the places he goes, he actually helps people with their lives, with their businesses, whatever it may be. And in exchange, he gets free accommodation. He gets meals included. He has found a way to travel the world, to do things that other people have said it's impossible. And he looked and he said, how can I make this possible? So he made it possible. And now he is living a more fulfilled life, a life with absolutely no regrets, because he is doing what he wants to do. So don't think that things are impossible. Don't do things now because you feel you can't. Because let me tell you, later, when you're old, when you're sitting in that nursing home, when your mind is still active and you're remembering the good times, and then you remember what you didn't do, that's when you'll think, wow, I should have done it. I should have taken the risk. I should have taken the chance and done what I want to do. So, my thought for today is, don't live a life of regret. Do what you want to do. Take that chance and learn from it. I'll talk to you soon.